founder and CEO of Equip.
Okay. Thank you. Oh. Thank you, everyone. I think I'm the last presenter. Thank you for being here till the end. My name is Yuha Jin. You can call me Yuha, and I'm CEO and founder of Equip. We're a skill assessment-based remote job matching platform. So our mission is to equip millions of African youth systematically. So I think in many African countries, the unemployment or underemployment issue of youth is prevalent. I heard that that is a growing problem in Algeria as well, despite the increased level of education and IT infrastructure. So I tried to find a market opportunity, which is a problem as well, starting with Korea. So even despite the Korean business language being Korean, now Korean companies are actually open to hiring staff or coworkers from abroad because of the increasing labor costs and regulations. Also, labor shortage, which is also becoming a problem as well. So they've actually started to hire people like Indians, Pakistanis, Vietnamese, Philippines to work remotely for them. And there are companies that are helping them to do so. So as people all over the globe are aware of these talent in these regions, I would suggest to them, why not Africa? The global IT BPO industry is growing at a very fast rate, almost 9.4% per annum, and has been successful in many other countries. Now, African talent have overall very high English and French proficiency. Education level is increasing, yet there is still a very big market gap. And we believe that despite the number of software developers or other IT workers in the continent, the gap exists because the skill sets of the talent aren't verified, meaning companies or potential employers all over the world aren't able to identify African talent with certain skill sets. That's why we believe it is very important to have skill assessments that match the global standard that these companies have. And if we have thousands, if not even up to millions of youth verified in their skill sets, we can sell African talent as a brand. So at Equip, we would like to specialize in African talent. As I mentioned, for employers, it's important to recognize the African region with certain skill sets. That's why we need, that will accelerate the hiring of African talent. On the talent side, many people have education, have certain skill sets, but they're not very aware of what the potential employer exactly might need. So they need to tweak their skill sets. Hence, a skill assessment system will help them do so. The jobs that we're going to start with are software engineers, data labelers, online tutors, and virtual assistants, because we see that this is the need in the Korean market. In the future, I think we can expand to various different jobs in the fields. And in Korea, we'll start with IT startups, export-oriented SMEs, and English education institution, and other companies that would like to do business in Africa. Actually, many of our colleagues here have now started to ask me, can we hire through you? And there are actually in the global market, there are many different companies that are doing something similar, but outside of Korea, it's mostly like an open marketplace. So anybody can register their profile, any company can come on and maybe pay a subscription to see the profiles. Whereas I think for us to level up the African talent, we need to provide the best of the best. So that's why we're going to position ourselves as a headhunting and very managed service hiring for our potential employers. So we'll have a platform that anybody can register and verify their skill sets. But when it comes to actually serving our potential employers, we are going to be very very high quality hiring and managing the talent for them. So we're going to have a talent subscription, headhunting, and outsourcing fee. These can be our business models. Now, the 5 main countries that we want to target, although it's not limited to these countries, are South Africa, Nigeria, Kenya, Ghana, and Uganda. However, as I mentioned, we're not limiting ourselves. And I'm getting to meet very wonderful Algerian university students or graduates, young people here. So we are open to the whole continent. And the whole user experience will be very user-friendly to African youth in general. And we'll start with the Korean market as a base camp. So because I'm in Korea, we'll start with Korean companies, but we do believe that if we can serve and satisfy the Korean companies, which have the highest standard in the world, and also English is also a barrier, if we can serve them and get business, we believe that we can get business all over the world. So we're planning to launch in a few months in next year officially. Although in the test phase, we're able to get more than 2,000 talent database. I have some following on LinkedIn and social media. We have one client company, and we have developed some tests. Starting with an English education, very big English education company, they have asked us to hire and retain their talent for them. So we've been testing with them. I have some partners in mainly East Africa for the talent pipeline, and some partners in Korea for the company pipeline. I'd love to invite everyone here. If you can introduce us to organizations that have very good talent in Algeria, that would be great. And also, if you're interested in actually hiring, maybe if you want to even hire your own Algerian youth, but you want us to do verification and manage them, we're open for business. We have a Korean and African combined team that have in every function, and the common thread is we have experience doing training with ICT for the African youth. And why I'm doing this is because of the history I have of entrepreneurship. So I've been running an online education English company. This is the goal for Equip, yes. But I've been running an online English education company for the past decade with a mission to create job opportunities for African youth, mainly targeted mostly East Africa. And we've been able to create 300 jobs so far. However, the initial goal was 3,000, 30,000. Why not go for a million? And so we thought the time is very ripe where we can, Korean and global companies are more open to African talent. And if we can go into other industries, not just one industry and many other companies, we'll be able to do so. So at a smaller scale, we've been able to create this kind of brand impact as well. 50,000 Korean young people actually had a conversation with an African. So that kind of created that brand image of the African talent. So with Equip, I think we can even go beyond that and change millions of people's perceptions. So with my history and through that business, garnering a lot of friendships, network, insight with the African entrepreneurs, talent, institutions, I believe that I'll be able to successfully launch Equip. And not only that, I'm getting asked by many African people in South Africa, in East Africa, and now in North Africa, business opportunities between Korea and their own country. So although I cannot do every business, of course, I'd like to be that person, or our team would like to be that team where we can help bridge that, bridge people, products, resources between Korea and Africa. So Equip will be just the start of this, bridging this relationship. And we're thinking of other various things. Yes, I love to talk and love to get your feedback. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Really love the idea. I know that the market space is developing very fast recently, in the last couple of years. We've seen lots of European companies that have started looking for Algerian talent remote. So it does exist, okay. It's there. I saw your slide about benchmarking for salaries. Algerian salaries are closer to South African salaries for real good talent.
Okay.
So you have an idea. But overall, good luck.
Oh, thank you.
Thank you for your presentation. Just before giving my feedback, I want to ask you if you know Go Platform solution.
So if we have
if you know Go Platform solution.
Go platform.
No?
No.
Okay. So it's a platform that they are doing the same
Okay.
what you are doing actually. And it's an Algerian startup, but
Okay.
it's based as well in United States and
Okay.
Qatar. I recommend to you, especially that you didn't launch before. So I highly recommend to visit their website and see all what they
Okay.
did.
That's
They
great.
do, sorry, because they are leveraging AI from AI to enhance the assessment of candidates.
Is it Lobby?
Sorry?
Can you pronounce it?
Yeah, Go platform.
Go platform.
Go,
Okay.
G-O platform.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yeah, this is my feedback. And good luck for your job. Thank you.
Well, first of all, thank you for your engaging presentation. So it was really nice to hear it. So yeah, no surprise, like the African talent is very attractive, especially for the European market. We are, as Algerian companies, actually suffering from that because talent are prefer to work abroad, even remotely, than here. Like they just have better opportunities, which is understandable. Maybe the challenge for Equip can be the time zone differences. Because as we see for European companies who used to work with Indian talent, for example, they really can see the difference and prefer working within approximately the same time zone, which can be really challenging. In Algeria, we have one key actor in employment, which is called Emploatic. They also have a SaaS platform, Talenteo. I think they are exhibitors. They are here, so you can definitely take some time to talk to them. They tried to expand to Africa a few years ago, so probably you can talk and have their some feedback from their experience. But good luck.
Oh, thank you so much.
I just want to take this opportunity quickly I'm going to stand up here quickly. So, Your Excellency, Mr. Ambassador, Yassine from Algeria Venture, the African Startup Conference, and thank you so much for all of you making the effort coming to Algeria. I assume for most of you it's the first time, and hopefully it's not the last time. We really do welcome you. Like I said, we've been to South Korea. We've seen that there is culture differences, but somehow there's a link. We like South Korea, and there is something there. I think we saw Weaver Pleasure, KAIST University, Seoul Startup Hub, Hanyang, Incheon. We saw some amazing we saw some really amazing things that are done in South Korea. And
Maybe, can you hold this?
yeah. And I think we need to look at how can we work together rather than just being distribution partners. I think Equip is a perfect example of looking for Algerian talent. As my colleague said, we are losing lots of Algerian talent to neighboring countries or French-speaking, English-speaking countries. We would like to see, if it's possible, Mr. Abbas, how we can bring some Korean startups to Algeria for us to work together with them. We would really appreciate that. Thank you very much.
Thank you a lot.
In fact,
대선 로봇도 같이 촬영하고 있어요.
hello?
이거는 그 영상으로.
영상으로. So I think you can hear me, right? So hello. Oh, thank you very much indeed. I'm very happy to be a part of this very important pitching sessions for Korean startups. In fact, I came to Algeria last year, and then just right after my arrival in this country, I had chance to establish excellent working relationship with the Ministry of Startups of Algeria. In fact, former Minister of Startup here, Walid, he is a good friend of mine. In fact, during the course of my service here, I noticed that Algeria indeed has got strong commitment to further strengthening relations between Korea and Algeria, particularly in the field of startups. So I'm extremely delighted to witness a lot of Korean startups talents are here, and also at the same time, many Algerian startup talents are visiting and also already visited Korea to learn more about Korea. And this kind of interaction will ensure that we will have further avenues developing more and more interactions between the two countries. So thank you very much indeed for your kind words and also addressed to our country. Thank you very much indeed.
Thank you, sir. As we